Alright everyone, welcome back to another episode of Ocean Outlast Expert. I hope everyone is doing great today. I know that I am. We're jumping right back on into things. And in the last episode, we got up and going our little archaeological dig site over there, and we started getting into that mod. So if we come over to our quest line here, we can kind of recap a little bit on the fossils and archaeology progression. Oh, I guess I already had it open. So this is everything that we have done thus far. Now, I do want to continue on it a little bit more today. Obviously, as you can see, there's some more stuff that we can get from this, and holy smokes. Why did those guys spawn over there? I have literally never seen that before. I'm so confused. What? Did they spawn because we have this set up over here? Is there now a chance for them to spawn over here? Maybe so. I'm actually really confused that some blizz spawned over here in our archaeological dig site for some reason. Okay. Anywho, so with that being said, yeah, we want to do a little bit more on this mod because with our progression, we ultimately want to get our fluid transposer up and going. That's one of the things that we definitely want to do. And obviously we want to get this resonator as well. And I believe we wanted to use this for something. And you know what? I always kind of forget what we ultimately get a lot of these things up and going for. And I usually have to go back and kind of, remind myself as to why. But it looks like we can use these for a lot of resources to get a little bit of a higher yield from them by putting this augmentation onto the fluid transposer. And then we also can get tectonic petroleum, I believe is what it said. Is what it's called there. So yeah, so that's the plan, is we're going to go on that path and we're going to keep doing that. But in order to actually get this up and going, we did need that ancient glass. Now we do have it already. We've found it in the world as we've gone out and done some exploration. But the big thing is to get it from a trader. And so that's what I have been working on. I've been talking to that trader. Well, not really talking. I've been trading with that trader. And we've gotten to the point where he has unlocked the ancient glass. Now, those guys are actually a little bit interesting to deal with when you are trading with them, because they're not like the normal villagers that you would ultimately end up trading with. And that is because when you do trade with them, it opens up, typically when you trade with a villager, it opens up like one progression per trade, or per whatever, how many trades it may be with that villager. With this guy, I've noticed it's a little bit more random. I've traded with him at first, and he gave like 1 or 2 additional open items for us to choose from. And then I traded with him again, and it opened up 5 or 6 new items that we could trade with. So the progression of what he is opening up for us to be able to buy from him just greatly increased pretty rapidly with us just trading with him a few times. Maybe 4 times I've traded with him. And I could show you guys what we have all available for us. So this is an archaeologist. This is how you want to get that glass. I can even show you in here. This is the only way to get ancient glass that it shows here in JEI is from an archaeologist. And it shows that it has to be a level 4 archaeologist, but obviously you can't really tell. I mean, we look at him, it doesn't really tell us that he's a level 4, and here it doesn't tell you that you're level 4, but I think you just have to progress to trading with him that four times in order to get that. Anywho, so the first ones, you can get relic scraps, we can get emeralds from pottery shards, we can get a workbench here, stone tablet, just a normal book if we really wanted to, wooden javelin. You can get a broken ancient sword, which is kind of cool because that is a quest. So for 2 emeralds, you can get that and fix it if you really wanted to. Same with the helmet. There's stone javelin, the broken volute, I believe. Same with these other ones here, which I'm looking into a little bit more on those. You can get a pristine Steve figurine, which I actually did buy just out of curiosity because there is a quest for broken ones and ruined ones, but not for the pristine one, which is interesting. And then this is what we want. We want the ancient glass, and we need 6 of them. So we're just going to grab them, even though I already have them. I just want to show you guys, and it doesn't hurt to have. They look actually pretty cool. But there's even more that's unlocked. We have ancient wood that's unlocked here. We can get Archaeologist 2 enchanted book. You could actually get the helmet repaired by this guy if you buy the broken one from him and give him an emerald. Same with the sword as well, which is pretty cool. There's also ancient stone that you can buy, and then we got up to a mysterious figurine. Now, I don't think he has any more past that. I think we've maxed him out. Yep, we've maxed him out at this top one, but I am a little bit curious on this mysterious figurine as to what it is. Interesting. Okay. I don't really know. It doesn't really help us there, and I don't think breaking these deteriorates them at all. No, it does not, unfortunately. But we could put these right here, so we got some little figurines, which are pretty cool. And we now have our ancient glass. Now, we could also get some of that ancient wood and put it in here, kind of expand out here. I have a couple ideas on what we want to do for this. If ultimately we still keep going down this path to get some more dinosaurs up and going, which would be kind of cool, we could expand it out. Maybe we even, ooh, it would be cool. This is a good idea, and we might do this. It might end up actually being a stream, and then we'll catch you up after the fact, is giving an underground layer, right? We'll dig down, and then we'll make a big laboratory underground where we house dinosaurs. That could be kind of cool. Very like Jurassic Park, you know, from a lab perspective. Not so much from like the whole island being inhabited by dinosaurs, but just like an underground lab. That would be kind of cool. But there is a point that, you know, we kind of can't do much more with the mod other than still trying to progress with the figurines. Oh, actually, it says that we have one of the 4. Can we just buy any type of them? Maybe we can just buy any type or have any type of them, damaged or not, and it'll work fine. Interesting. But that'll help us progress to getting towards the visiting the Anur Layar dimension there. I probably mispronounced that horribly, but it's perfectly fine. So we have our glass. Let me stick some stuff away here, because we really don't need some of this stuff on us. Sandstone. That. We still have our little dinosaur here in our mob imprisonment tool. I'm not going to get rid of him just yet. Or I'm not going to place him down just yet, because I want to find a nice setup for him. Now, for this fluid transposer, we do need 2 blocks of steels, 2 emeralds, 2 of those, and then we need the extrapolated buckets, which I believe that we already have, if I'm not mistaken. If we go to our buckets, yep, we already got 2 of those, which is awesome. How are we doing on steel? Not amazing, but not horrible. That'll give us our 2 steel blocks that we need. That was the last few things. So 2 emerald gears and 2 of these bad boys. So I forget sometimes I can craft directly in here. So let's grab 2 of those. And then finally we can get the 2 emerald gears, which we are going to need obviously emeralds for. And luckily we have a decent amount of emeralds because I grabbed it from our void ore miner. Now that's probably a thing that we want to get back up and running relatively soon, is to work on our void ore miner to have it boost up production a little bit. So if we go into our quests here and we go to environmental tech, there's a whole progression where we could get the void ore miner tier 2, which we are slowly but surely moving towards, in a sense. There's a few things that we do need to get, and maybe it would be a smart move for us to do. We could also look into these solar arrays, which would be kind of cool because it gives a decent amount of power to our void ore miner. There's also a resource miner and a botanic miner. There's also a speed modifier. I didn't know this. But it reduces the time between each operation, but increases the redstone flux cost by 12. Okay, so what do we got to do for this, though? Block of redstone. We need one of these crystals, so we have to have it from a void ore miner there. I don't know if we have that or not. Now we got to go look. We have everything we need for our crafting, though, so we can head downstairs and get that crafted up. I do have those. Ooh, okay, so we could actually additionally get a speed upgrade going here. Because we just need a null modifier, interconnect, which we need those, Wow, okay. I forgot how expensive and how time consuming it can be to get a lot of these. Oof, okay. Well, maybe we will do that because we do have actually a decent amount of the resources for it, but not right now. We do also want to get this augment going, and I think, you know what? The pulverizer, we can do that. The centrifuge, we can do that if we had the pyrotheum. And the fluid transposer will allow us to get that, the basalt powder. So that's probably what I was kind of looking to do, was to get that going. Again, I always kind of forget on the progression of certain things that we're going for because it's so easy to get distracted. I should give you guys an update at where we're at with our block compressing here. So we still are at 3 quintuple compressed cobblestone. We are at 8 quadruple, so that's about to be bumped up, and that'll give us another one there, but we have to get obviously more of those, so it's progressing along. Again, it's going to take a long time for that to get to the point that we want it to get to. So let's get back down here. And once we do have that, it'll be extremely nice because then we can open a lot of these bags a lot easier. I mean, we have so many bags down here, and we have a lot of scrolls too. All these scrolls are from these bags. It's crazy. All right, so we have everything we need. So let's get it placed down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we need our bucket. And we're testing without actually putting it in order. I think I've done it before without putting it in an order, and it worked perfectly fine. You know what I should do, though, now that I'm thinking about it? Obviously, we got to get our nice little picture in here. And we're going to bump one out here. Yeah, that should offer us a pretty good picture. All right. And then our last 2. Oh, and then you know what? I already forgot a component. We need our machine frame, which I don't know if we have everything for or not. We're about to find out, aren't we? Oof. Okay, so we need some more fused quartz glass. What else do we need? We need a uranium gear. That's actually not too hard. That was actually the easiest part of that. I think we need some more of these, which I could just make a 9. And then, yeah, we just need that, which is pretty easy. We just need nether quartz in our alloy smelter. So let me get that, and then we will be right back. All right, got everything that we need here. So we can grab our machine frame, just like so, bada bing, bada boom. And we can come over here and we can place it down and get to this up and going. So just like so, we'll hop up here to our little roost. And just like that, wow, took me a second to get up here. So it went that quickly to get it all done, but that's pretty awesome. We got that, and it was not that hard to do at all. Obviously just took some materials. So we'll grab our little pedestal here and we'll grab our fluid transposer. And we can head back upstairs. Actually, before I go upstairs, I did want to mention, I don't think I've gone over this in an episode before, but this is a little Obsidian generator that we have up and running over here. And this was provided by someone in the community. I'm sorry, I don't exactly remember who had told me. It either might have been Dirty Burger over on the Discord, or it might have been Nate. I'm not 100% sure. But regardless, this is our cobblestone generator. And it's pretty convenient, and it's very low cost in resources to get up and going. So basically, all it is having a sink connected up to a fluid placer. So basically what this will do is it'll place the water into this block here. And obviously hooked up to a sink, it's an unlimited source of water coming in here. I just have a fluid duct with a servo on it. And then we have this magma block here, which you can find in the world. I think you can find them. I know you can make them for sure, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's the magma block right there. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Just some magma cream to make it. Pretty easy. and then a block breaker on this side. And I have my block breaker hooked up to a compacting drawer just because I had this drawer laying around. That's the only reason I'm using it. So I'll show you guys how it works. So we turn this on, and it's just going to keep doing that. Basically, the fluid placer will place a block of water here. It'll hit the magma block, which acts as a lava source, and it just turns it instantly into obsidian. Then the block breaker obviously breaks that obsidian block and places it in there. And as you can see, just from that short period of time, we're already up to well over 30 blocks of obsidian. Now, I can turn this off with this lever. And look at that, 30 blocks of obsidian, just like so. So it's a great way to get obsidian production up and going if you do need it. I actually like to use obsidian for a lot of the different blocks we use on our builds. I really like the color it can add to a lot of things, and like our, what are these, despaired bricks over here, I think they're called. I honestly forget what they are. Yep, despair bricks. Those require obsidian in order to make them, so obviously I need to use a lot of obsidian. But anywho, that's beside the point. So let's hop inside here and let's get our fluid transposer positioned here. So we're going to take out a nice little spot here. And we'll stick that away. I don't know. Do I have any more universal cables here? I do not. All right. So we got to get some more universal cables up and going, which is not too shabby. They're definitely useful to have. I highly recommend them. If you guys are not familiar, universal cables, they they can transfer any different types of energy, so RFs, EUs, or joules. So thermal expansion, industrial craft, and mechanism power they can transfer, which is really nice, and they're extremely cheap. I mean, look at this, just some steel and redstone, and you get 8. Now, if you do need a higher output, you can obviously bump it up to different tiers, which require more resources, but even still, it's pretty much a 1-to-1 ratio. So the first one you make and you get 8. The second tier, you use all 8 of those as well as an enriched alloy and you get 8 back. So it is a nice 1-to-1 recipe. So we'll get this up and going like this. And I always get rid of the outputs just because I don't want it going anywhere. Now this is going to be the tricky thing. We do want to get this hooked up and be able to get our pyrotheum dust up and going from the basal's powder. I don't think we can, yeah, if we had the basals, we need the fluid transposer like so with pulverized or just obsidian dust or powder of some kind with the essence of knowledge. So just liquid XP, it's not too shabby. Yeah. So that's going to be the biggest thing, is getting the XP in there. So let's grab some here. I forgot how many coins we have chilling in there. Do I have any solidified experience in here? I do. Now I think we have to use an additional machine here. All right, so in order to do this, we need to get to the liquefied experience. Now, there's different options for this, and I want to test one out, which I don't know if it's going to work. We might have to have some fluid ducts for this. But so the one main way, if you're sticking with thermal expansion to get what you need up and going, is to get a magma crucible. Now this will allow you to melt down a number of different items, and ultimately I think this really would be something good for us because we're ultimately going to be using it in different recipes. So I'm going to keep it in my back pocket as something that we could do, but for right now, I want to look at different options of what we can do. So a fluid tank is something that we used on a lot of our mending enchanted items. So basically we would put experience in here, and then it could be applied to items that have mending on it to repair them. So I don't even know what I did there. I think we just put it in there. Yeah, we did. Let's stick that on top just like so. I don't need that connected, so let's grab our wrench here. Yep, thank you. And then we should be able to configure our input to be down there. So now, if I take solidified experience and throw it in here, it should produce. I don't know if it'll output it. I think we have to set it, push it out the bottom. Maybe. Will that work? No. That's a push-pull. Disabled. None. Okay. So, what if we were to take... Because this is liquid XP, and that's essence. So that's a little different. I might have not done this correct here. We could try to get a fluid duct, if I could spell. If I really could spell. There we go. If we got one of these, and we do need a servo, I believe. And we try this out. So if I put this up here, right? And then I get our servo, or our duct there, and then I get our servo. And always active. We push that out there. I don't think it's gonna work because we have something in there. So what if I think it's because it's a different type of liquid we have in there, maybe. So we got rid of it. And this does not want to work the way I would like it to. Okay. And of course I broke the glass. Our drill here is a little bit too powerful. So we can, did we just put that in there? I think we did. Yep, okay. So that's the way we can do it. So basically, what we have done, let me get this out of the face, is we just took our fluid tank here, which turns our solidified experience into liquid experience, and we dumped it all in here. Now that's liquid XP. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't 100% paying attention to make sure that we were crafting up exactly what we need to get this. If it will take experience, essence of knowledge, and liquid XP. Perfect. Okay, so all we need now is some obsidian dust, which we just so happen to have a decent amount of. And you know what? I think we'll need 10. And that's gonna take a hot minute. So I'll be right back once we get some of these crafted up. All right, and with that being said, we have everything that we need to get the augment Titanic initiator up and going. So additionally, I did have to craft up an additional bronze plate, the redstone servo, and the signalium gear. Pretty easy to do though, ultimately, in the grand scheme of things. So we should be all set. And we can take a peek in here. We got all of the basal powder. And then we could throw this initiator onto here. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we need to take this off of here. And we do have to put an upgrade onto this bad boy here, because we can't do it without the upgrade. So, and that's the one thing that always gets me. You can craft the actual upgrade itself, but then you need the upgrade kit to actually allow it to do the upgrade. So if we come here, we can just get a hardened upgrade kit, which we can get through Thaumcraft. We do need blocks of Invar, a bronze gear, and a couple redstone servos. I don't think we have a very high level one, but I'd rather not use that on here. So let's grab 2 of these boys, just like so. And then we need a bronze gear, just like so. And then we need blocks of Invar I don't know how much invar I have. Well, I have enough for 4 blocks, that's for certain. All right, let's head back over to our Thaumcraft space and get that going. So, a little bit more of a laid-back episode, getting some stuff going here so that we can progress further and try different options when it comes to resources, which is pretty cool. And I believe we can actually just, yep, click it right into there. And just like so, we got the upgrade kit. But yeah, so a little bit more laid-back episode, but I'm thinking in the next one, we're going to jump into something different once again. Now, like I said, there's a lot more that we could, or not a lot more, but there's a few more things we could do on the archaeology mod, and I'm going to kind of keep working at it off camera a little bit. But on camera, I'm thinking maybe our next step would be to get into bewitchment, because that would be pretty cool. I think I can actually use the tank to get that back. Am I not wrong here? If I grab this, and now I look in it. Yep. Oh, sick. Okay, so this tank is actually extremely useful. Highly recommend it. Unable to install augment. Oh, this is for the pulverizer. What am I doing? Why did I get this? Did we already craft that? No, we have that. Interesting. Okay. I did not know that. I wasn't even paying attention. I just was mindlessly going about getting things together, and realistically, we didn't even need it for that. Now, how bad is it to get the next one? So we'd have to craft that and fluxed electrum. How do we get that? An induction smelter with fluxed electrum blend. Holy smokes. Which we need the destabilized redstone for, which ultimately means we need a magma crucible in order to get it. Realistically, or we could use our thing down there, but I think the magma crucible would be the smart way to go about it. So we do need a magma crucible. Curse you! But anywho, so yeah, we're either in the next episode going to get our magma crucible up and going so we can get some of that destabilized redstone so we can use it. I'm going to stick that away. I'm going to take that off of here because we obviously don't need it. And I'll get that on our marker here. We have our magma crucible that we need to get ready. So yes, so that'll probably be the plan. We're either going to get into maybe some bewitchment, or we are going to get into the get our magma crucible up and running, and we might even do a blend of it. Who knows? We're kind of going with the flow for the time being. Obviously, with our archaeological stuff over here, there's a lot more we can do, and like I said, I'll probably work on some of it off camera, maybe if we get to it, to try to get some more dinosaurs. It's a cool mod. There's a lot of stuff that we can really do with it, and yeah, it's just cool. And getting that lab up and running would be kind of cool to see. But with that being said, guys, we're going to wrap up the episode there because we're already getting close to the 30-minute mark, and I've heard some feedback about making episodes a little bit shorter, so why not? We'll try to cut it back by a couple minutes here. So, anywho, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like down below, or better yet, leave me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking on this series. If you want to see anything specifically, if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button and bell notification. Lets you know every single time a new episode is posted to the channel. I do stream over on Twitch. Right now, we are playing Rage 2, which is a whole bunch of fun. So if you feel like coming and hanging out with me and some other people from the community, feel free to check that out in the link down below, as well as the link to the Discord where you can keep up to date with everything. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for sticking through to the very end. I'll catch you all in the next one. Take it easy.